It seems like as time has passed, the stories that mean the most to me from my mission are the spiritual ones. Several opportunities where like we would be in a discussion or something and like words would come out of my mouth that like I didn't know how they were coming out of my mouth, that I was speaking or testifying. And yeah, I feel that since then I have had a lot of spiritual experiences in my life since my mission, but I will say that some of my most spiritual kind of awakenings happened when I would be in a discussion teaching a person. I don't know if I can go into great detail on specific opportunities. I do remember in my first area teaching someone that was a gazillion times more knowledgeable than me, a university student that was, I believe at the time, studying for his PhD, and we were teaching him the principles and ordinances of the gospel, and I felt so kind of overwhelmed because here I am, this girl from Utah that had studied at the local university, and I had not had the experiences with science and chemistry that this person had, and feeling overwhelmed with that, teaching him. And I will tell you, we did have some discussions about God and the nature of God that kind of blew my mind, because I don't feel like I was a huge scriptorian, but I knew that I had a testimony, and I knew that anybody, regardless of how knowledgeable they are as far as the way the world goes, that they can have those experiences too. And that was really touching. We had in one of my areas an opportunity to knock on a door of a lady who just said, "Yep, I've been looking for this." And she started the discussions, and like 3 weeks later, she was baptized. And I follow her on Facebook now, and she's just made a beautiful life for herself. And so those were fun. I had a lot of, I guess, silly experiences too, with some of my companions that like have led to now we have just these awesome relationships outside of mission life. But did a lot of tracting, and so we would make up games while we tracked, like, because you'd always do a door presentation or whatever to try and teach them. And so we would throw like words that you have to use in your door approach. We'd have to throw those in. And so anyway, but I think some of the best like experiences with my companions would be like, I don't know, late at night, just discussing the universe, I guess you could say, and our lives before the mission. And you just really bond when you go through experiences with investigators that I'm so grateful that I've been able to have them in my life, even today, 20 years later. As far as like stories or experiences that way, I think too that they just teach you life lessons, like how to be on your own and how to take care of yourself and how to budget your money or not budget your money, on how to eat and clothe yourself on what you've been given for the month. I had that experience, prior to my mission by living on my own for a little bit. But when you're like that far away from family and you have to worry about all those things, it's a huge lesson on how life as an adult is. And so those were good experiences too.